A very good afternoon to everyone watching us here at IRC. Today we are back with our Tier 3 stream, and today this is the last round of the season and we are at the Temple of Speed. Today me, No More Pro Player, is again joined by my fellow commentator Crazy Joe in the commentary box. Unfortunately I do not have Deepak Raj today, but Crazy Joe, how is it going?
This is absolutely, I'm waiting to see these drivers on track and enjoy some speedy overtakes. Absolutely, like I'm just waiting. I hope these guys have a dry session today so that they can get up to speed. No pun intended there, but yeah, quite excited for the Tier 3 boys today.
Yeah, talking about that, having a dry session, it might come true for our Tier 3 boys, considering that we do have a new host, and maybe just maybe it depends on the host. We are not sure about that. We will test that theory out, but without further delay, let's just go on for the track video, and then we will show the hot lap of a blistering fast lap around the circuit of Monza, provided by our very own Not So Masoom.
The Temple of Speed. Does anything need to be said? Possibly one of the most recognizable circuits in all of motorsport, this 5.8 kilometer pantheon is all about speed. With an astonishing 75% of the lap spent at full throttle, Monza will see the cars becoming more slippery and low drag than any circuit of the season so far. With the toe being incredibly useful, it'll be trial by speed for our season finale.
Temple of Speed, and today we are going around this fantastic historic circuit with our very own Not So Masoom, starting on the pitch straight, fast approaching T1 or the Retifolio corner, hard braking zone. You've got to brake much earlier than usual, especially if you're on a full load and just starting the race out on like not so warm tires. Now through Curva Grande, as you can see, Masoom's clinging to the apex, clinging to the curbs, but not really going on top of it, because you know that really affects and hampers your speed. Now through Della Roggia, the chicane of Della Roggia, fantastic to set up an overtaking opportunity into Ascari. Everything you do after this, from the Lesmo 1 that you just saw us going through, to the tighter, much tighter Lesmo 2, which any mistake made throws you onto the gravel track. This entire section sets your car up for the kind of overtaking you want to do through Ascari. Whether you just want to close the gap and do put some pressure on the guy in front of you, or you actually want to get an overtake done. That's what those three corners are all for. And Ascari, fantastic, historic, beautiful circuit. A lot of drivers in IRC are struggling to get it right, losing 3/10, 2/10 there, which could be made up, especially for a good driver. Now through Parabolica, like fortunately, unfortunately, we don't have the kind of drivers jumping over track limit like you have in the real F1. So this is going to be a fantastic circuit to see today's race in.
Oof, that was a blistering fast lap by Masoom right there on the circuit of Monza. We will soon be getting into the lobby as well, but before we do so, Crazy Joe, what predictions, especially after the Tier 1 race that we witnessed yesterday? We did see a lot of people losing their car on the exit of Ascari in Lesmos and a lot of other places. What are your predictions for quali as well as race?
Yeah, so as 8 Cylinders yesterday mentioned, we need to rename Ascari to the Chicane of Champions. And if we see more of that today, yeah, definitely we'll have to rename it. Apart from that, the championship battle is quite spicy today. This is the last race. Eric Griffin. No, I'm so sorry about it. It's E-Rock. It's E-Rock. Yeah, E-Rock stands at 157 points, and Soham Day is in the second place with 133 points.
Yes.
So I think E-Rock is not participating today.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah. So if that's the case, Soham Day needs to win this to win the WTC of IRC. So no pressure for Soham Day here, but he has quite a big task in his hands.
Yes,
So,
indeed. He does have a big task in hand, as you said, and our boys seem to be readying up for the session as well. So we will hop on board the race, and we might get more insight onto the driver and constructor battle as the session starts off. Just let me know if you can see the game, Crazy Joe.
yeah, it's okay now.
Okay, so we should be greeted by the weather telemetry soon. Seems like a dry one.
Yes, it is. It is absolutely bone dry race. So yeah, I think the host, changing the host has definitely worked out for these boys. These will be some happy tier 3 boys today. Considering it is the Temple of Speed, they will be getting up to speed. And yeah, and as we see, E-Rock stands with 157 points. So Sohamde in 133. Rocker with 120. So the top, battle is quite spicy for the top two, and the rest goes as is.
Yes. So even between Rocker and Soham Day, so even if Rocker, tries to finish a bit more ahead of Soham Day, then Rocker can get P2 as well in the WDC. So a lot of
Yes.
top battles to look out for in this last race at Monza. Whole reason why we had the last race at Monza in this season, because we wanted the battles to go down the wire on this exceptionally fast track, also known as the Temple of Speed. We do have the first couple of people coming out of the pits right now. We might be joined by one or two more people in this session as the session is progressing, or some people might leave, as I just said that. But anyways, we do see Akash on his out lap. In the distance I did see even KG or Steven Sonyahan, I'm not sure who he is, also coming out of the pits. I think he might be Wrath, who is a newcomer to this community. This is his first league race with us, but yeah, I need to confirm that info for sure, but for now we will assume that he is the one.
Yeah, so the guy in the new racing point, like the newbie for tier 3, his name is Stevenson Johan, I
Okay.
think. And I was racing with him in one of those unranked lobbies, and that boy has some potential. So let's see how he performs in this final tier 3 round, and maybe we'll see more of him in the future races.
Yes, indeed. Meanwhile, why not? We go on board the first lap with our very own Akash, who has seemed to proven a lot of pace in quali. As he comes through the Parabolica, you need to get a good exit out of that to continue your speed, and the way you reach the top speed for this long straight. You botch up that exit, you lose a lot of time on this long straight. Braking just before the 100-meter, trying to mount as much of the curb as possible on the right and on the left, and then trying to get on the throttle very smoothly for this another bit of long straight where we can see some side-by-side action, but this will lead to the slowest part, the slowest sector of this track. A bit more speed was carried by him, and that just resulted him in going into the gravel and losing his car in that.
Actually, yeah, sorry to cut you in there. He had already invalidated his lap right in the first corner. He took a bit more than he should on the curbs, and he had already invalidated it.
I actually felt the same, but track map was not enabled, so I was not caring about it. But yeah,
You were in the zones. I didn't wanted to interrupt you, so I let you go.
But anyways, KG seems to be still on a valid lap, leading the pack, and will be the first one to complete his lap. Coming through Parabolica, going to 5th gear, trying to be on the inside again, back on full throttle, taking the shortest line around Parabolica. Might not be the fastest line, but does cross the line with a 119.3.
That seems like a pretty respectable first, like a banker lap. We'll be considering the pace of these boys. I think they will be able to dip into the 18s. Like a couple of them, probably KG and even Pena.
Yes.
So probably we can witness some of those guys going down to the 18s. As we say, Alpha Bot has managed to put in a time of 120.5. Yeah, I think these guys are just trying to learn the track first, laying down some rubber and just go all out before the end of the session.
Yes, indeed. A lot of drivers crossing the line and trying to set some time on board. We have Neon as well set a time on board. We have the Renault of Benan coming across the final corner and will set a time. Goes P2 with a 119.7. One thing I will tell, these boys are already faster than me when I don't practice for a race. Yesterday I was able to barely do a 119.3 or 119.4, so considering that, definitely these boys are driving currently faster than me. As we see SSJ Assassin with a 119.5 in P2, so a lot of good times coming on board, honestly speaking.
Yes, and as we say that, Eric Griffin runs a bit too wide, or yeah, oh no, he was on a push lap, as he had already set a purple first sector, but he went out wide after the Ascari chicane and invalidated it. As we say, Stevenson Johan puts in a time of 122.0 and stays in P12.
Yes.
Ripe on the keyboard warrior, our very own, like it's like a family for me. These keyboard warriors, as he has put in a time of 120.8 and currently is in P8. So,
Yes.
yeah,
So,
that is.
so
yeah,
what you
yeah,
mean to
please
say is that you guys have a cult going inside IRC, you know, keyboard cult.
Yes, we are going to overtake you guys. Like literally, quite literally.
So you guys trying to train each other as Deadpool crosses the line with a 120.6. Good enough time to be set. Akash coming through the final. Ashkari's chicane, we'll see what kind of time he is able to put. I think he's
He
starting.
is starting,
Yeah,
yeah,
he's starting
he is
his
starting.
hot lap. Meanwhile, Kibarabi dives into the pits. We have two Red Bulls who are going slow. Right now, it seems like Rooker will go into the pits. Yeah, going into the pits.
Okay, he is. Okay. It felt like Rocker was going out for a hot lap. probably,
Yeah,
but
for
no.
some reason, even it felt the same to me. But we have. Okay, he also dives onto the pits. Okay, what is wrong with these people? I go give them camera time and they dive into the pits.
I think we can go on board Akash. He was on a hot lap.
Yeah, I think so. He is currently sitting last, but he is currently on his hot lap, going through the Lesmos, second Lesmos, and then onward to the second DRS straight. One more place where we can see a lot of good overtakes, provided you get a good exit from the Lesmos too. Penan has retired from the session. Not sure. Oh, there is his car on the exit of Ascari, and there is one more car of Someday or Neon on the exit of Ascari as well. So two cars there, but Penan being the unfortunate one to retire there. Not sure which Alfa Romeo was stranded there, but right now Akash is coming through the final Parabolica and goes P1 with a 119.3. So a brilliant time set by him as well. That was Neon
That was
who
a-
was stranded on the exit of Ascari.
Oh yes, that was Neon. So Ascari is getting to the boys already. So this will be a bit of an issue.
We will see whether it will be a bit of an issue or not. But anyways, a lot of drivers are starting to come out for their second run on this track. But it seems like KG just started his lap. A lot of people taking the shortest path onto the main track by cutting the full first chicane. Might not work in their favor as we go on board. KG, who is trying to show how to take the second chicane of this track, going through Lesmos 1. You need to keep your car inside and let it drift wide. Again for Lesmos 2, you need to mount the inside one, but not go on throttle that early because it will just throw your car off. Exactly what happened to KG. He should be lucky that he did not had terminal damage there. In fact, he did not have even wing damage there. What the hell happened there?
Codemasters never seem to like find a way to surprise us there. Like that was a massive impact, face first into the wall, but still the wing seems absolutely impeccable there.
You know, literally right now, KG would be thanking all the Codemaster God to let him keep his wing so that he can go for another run, provided he is on low fuel mode right now. But it seems like Soham Day has also started his lap. Again,
But-
he is in the championship battle right now.
Yeah, but what I see is Soham Day has forgot to put on his ERS because it's still at 100%. So that will be hampering his speed. So like he won't be getting the most out of it. But
Is he
yeah,
just getting used to the track and planning to start from last itself and let the carnage unfold into turn 1?
Maybe he can. Maybe he watched the Tier 1 race yesterday and might be trying to do a Kaushik Lumala, start on the hards and hope for a safety car probably.
Maybe. That can be a possibility. That can definitely be a possibility.
Yes. So talking about strategies, I think everyone is going out on softs. No one is trying to qualify on the mediums and like maybe end the race on the softs. But right now, I think everyone is preferring to go out on the softs, go as fast as possible, set the fastest time, and yeah. So right now, only Soham Day seems to be adrift of the pace. The rest of the field seems like completely okay. As we see, AlphaTauri of Charitra has retired, and that is the same. It's after the chicane.
Yes. on
Ascari
the right
is
side.
getting yeah. The already in the qualifying session we see two retirees.
Ascari
hopefully
is
it-
back with its carnage.
Yes. So that is two retirements already in qualifying. Hopefully we do not see much more of that in the race. Since this is the this is the final race of Tier 3, I wish for a banger of a race. Like, we should end on a high, right? So
Everyone wants to end on a high. As we see SSJ Assassin come through the final corner and go into the pits.
Yeah, so like close to 6 minutes left in the session. Currently, Akash stays in T1, closely followed by KG, like separated just by 200s. So yeah, and that is some
Rocker.
weird movement from Rocker. For a moment, I thought he's trying to get a tow from the car getting out from the pit lanes. That was quite awkward too.
No,
Okay.
He just completed his lap and he just moved on to P8, so he was just on an in lap, and that's why he was probably not going
Yes.
for that extra slipstream suck. AlphaBot
And-
crosses the line, improves by some tenths and goes to P6 with a 122. We do have
Yeah. I was about to say that in the meanwhile, Cuber Abhi has managed to climb up to P3 with a really close time of 119.3. So it's like 900s separating the top three currently. And as we say, Ripe taking the shortest possible route to the pit lane probably.
Probably. So, giving way though, so that's all good in all our books.
Yes.
It seems like Akash is on a hot lap right now. He is coming through the final Parabolica corner, and we will see what kind of.
He has set a purple sector 2, so if this is perfectly done, he might be improving on his time. As we say, yes, Akash goes down into the 18s, separating himself from P2 by a good half a tenth.
Yes, indeed, and that's how you take the in lap, boys. Full throttle into the turn 1.
Yeah, as minimum tire wear as possible.
As minimum tire wear as possible.
And there's another retiree of Abhay Chandra. I think there's another victim of the Ascari chicane. Yeah, I see the Haas of Abhay Chandra.
I see one more Ferrari lost it on the left side of Deadpool and Abhay Chandra on the right side. So another
Oh my.
victim from Ascari chicane. So we already have had 3 victims and is just quali. I don't know what will happen in the race. So I don't know where we are going with this at the moment, but SSJ Assassin crosses the line to start his hot lap. Meanwhile, behind him, seems like Steven is crossing the line. Deadpool will also be crossing the line to start his hot lap. A lot of people going really slow in second sector. They have time for one more run, so I believe all the drivers will come out for their final run right now, and try taking as much advantage as possible of the track.
Rubbered up track,
Yeah,
yes.
the track that has been rubbered up. But yeah, talking about everyone trying to go out on the softs themselves, it is pretty much a soft medium strategy. Medium soft is not that OP. As we can see, everyone has done their best time on the soft tires itself. Rooker currently equipping the medium tires for some reason. He might try to qualify on mediums, I am not sure, but let's see what he decides to do.
Yes, as we see, we are into the final 2 minutes of the qualifying session. People will be trying to maximize, take as much low fuel as possible, make the most out of the rubbered up track.
SSJ Assassin crosses the line, improves with and moves up to P2 with a 119.1.
Yes.
Behind him, Stevenson.
Stevenson. Let's call him Stevenson.
Yes, Stevenson does not improve on his time and goes really wide on the exit of turn 1. Not a place where you want to be. Deadpool crosses the line, does improve by a couple of tenths, moves up to P12. Behind him, KG is about to start his final flying lap. Let's see whether he can improve on his time or not. This is the last run that he will get in this session. Completely missing the first chicane. Well, I'm pretty sure he would have already lost a lot of time there if I am not wrong, as you will see as the sector 1 times come out.
Yes, and it is a purple sector 1. He is up by 100.
Ignore whatever I said. Going into the Lesmos, a lot of traffic ahead of him, so hopefully all of them gets cleared out as he approaches the long DRS straight. Coming forward, we do have the Alfa Romeo just ahead of him, giving him not a nice toe since he is a bit more far off. Maybe he might get some toe on the exit of Ascari, because Alfa Romeo is on an out lap. Yes, there is the toe that he is getting from Soham Day. A good enough toe, and there were 2 cars slowing down on the left side to give way. But coming to the Parabolica, will he improve on his time? Let's see.
Seems like that was a clean Parabolica. Takes the shortest route to the line, and he improves and very close to the top position. It's a 118.87. Only 600 separating the top 2. And yet again, KG takes the shortest possible route to the pit lane.
Okay, so the man who can challenge that time is also on an hot lap right now. Let's see if he will indeed challenge KG for that lap. Kind of watching his exit out of the first chicane. I'm pretty sure he will be a bit chilled out right now, considering that he does not have a lot of threat from a lot of people behind him. But we ride on board with Kubarabi, who is coming across the final Parabolica to see if he can improve his time or not.
Yes, at PB sector 2, and he
Does not improve.
He lost like a half a second in this sector 3. So I think Parabolica, the chicane is getting the most of these guys today.
Ink crosses the line, does not improve again. We do have Rooker, who is about to cross the line but decides to go into the pits. Opposite movement. Neon has already backed out, no point in watching him. Soham Day improves his time, moves up to P7. So he will be starting in the top 10. Eric Griffin also dives into the pits. So right now it seems like everyone has gone into the pits for that matter. Deadpool seemed to be on a hot lap, but he has already spent 2 laps on those tires and mostly is coming into the pits. Yeah, it seems like he's coming, so that's qualifying done. We have Akash topping the charts with a 118.8 in P1, KG with a 118.8 again in P2, separated by merely 500ths of a second. As
500ths,
SSJ Assassin in P3, 3/10 slower than KG. Cuber Abi in P4, 4/10 slower than Akash. Pinan in P5 with 9/10 slower than Akash. P6 by Ripe, P7 by Sohamde, P8 by Alphabot, P9 by Ink, and P10 by Eric Griffin. P11 is taken by Rocker, who will get a free tire choice of his liking in the race. Abhay Chandra in P12, P13 by Deadpool, P14 by Charitra, and P15 by Vinay, P16 by Stevenson.
Stevenson.
Yes, P17 by Neon. I promise, Stevenson, by the end of this race, I will be able to pronounce your race properly. But yeah, just bear with me till then. But yeah, that's the qualifying grid we have.
Yes. I think we missed out on Ripe. Like, last I saw, he was outside the top 10 and he managed to put himself in P6.
Yes.
Okay. And even Sohamde was waiting for those last moments, waiting for the track to rubber up completely, and will be starting in P7 on those softs. So, what do you suggest? Top 10 goes out on softs, and the rest goes out on mediums or hards?
Mediums would be the ideal choice because you never know when you will get a wing damage. So you can go out on mediums, or even the people in 11th, 12th, and 13th, they can try out softs as well, considering that they can be involved in turn 1 incidents, and they can quickly switch to the hards till the end of the race. So we'll see what the drivers decided to go out on in a couple of minutes, as we have the 1 minute waiting timer for all the drivers. I just noticed that we do not have any tier 3 coordinator racing, so I will ask Crazy. I will ask you to go and remind them.
I am
ready up because yes,
definitely.
Anyways,
and we have Ink already readying up, so that won't be pretty okay. Anyways, they have like 20 seconds to set up their race strategies. So yeah, so another, it's like a 10-second penalty coming up the way for Ink. So not a good start. Anyways, so we see the session timer coming down. We will see what the tire choices the guys have gone on to.
Everyone on softs. Almost.
Yeah, so only Rocker and Charitra has opted for the mediums, and the entire grid has gone for the softs.
If Rocker can keep it out of incidents and make 1 or 2 positions in the first lap, he is at the most ideal spot, and he can pretty much challenge even Sohamde with those tires and with the strategy. But again, it boils down to when the safety car comes out, because we all know that it is gonna come out. That's an obvious fact, because this game gives out safety car like it's cookies, free cookies. So definitely we will see a lot of safety cars. As we see Akash just bolting out of the pack, I think KG should catch him quickly, otherwise he might get a penalty for the same. We do have a rule to not have more than 10 car lengths between you and the car ahead of you. You have to be close to the field, unless and until you are pretty much running last. Then also you have to close down the gap. Seems like KG is taking it casually, warming his tires.
Absolutely. Hopefully, Akash knows this is a formation lap. He doesn't have to. He just had to bring those tires up to optimum temperature, or he might be in a hurry, probably, just rushing onto the grid and let the race start.
Honestly, it will be a short race after we have witnessed so many long races in Tier 3 because of rain, and then safety car, and then VSC, and then all the things combined together, and It was pretty much over 2 hours of stream, but today I think we can end up on 1.5 or 1 hour 45 minute stream, hopefully, without a lot,
Hopefully.
a lot of penalties and without a lot of safety car. Let's see what we see as the grid is forming up right now. In front of us, a Ferrari inside the racing point. Ferrari trying to get more speed by
With that
taking
Mercedes engine, yes.
yes, with trying to opt for the Mercedes engine by going through him. But all jokes aside, the grid has almost formed up, and we will be up racing soon. We will change it to positions change to see how many people gain it. But lights are coming out: 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Yellow flag for some reason. Game very good. Lights out, and we wait. And away we go. It seems like Akash gets a good enough start on. I see a Ferrari back there, Deadpool, going onto the grass. I'm not sure why, but the Ferrari of SSJ Assassin definitely getting a good enough start to overtake a lot of people on the start. We see Ripe going really wide into turn 1. A lot of and he joins back as well unsafely. Hopefully none of them got a wing damage. We do have a yellow flag because Haas has retired of Abhay Chandra on the exit of the chicane. Not sure what happened there. He might have been pushed out on the grass, and once you are on the grass, there is no control, and we have our first VSC right in front of us, just one turn away.
Yes, so it took what, 3 turns or 2.5 turns before we witnessed some drama already. We have the VSC out. KG is in P1. Akash drops down 2 positions, and the rest of the field seems okayish right now. And I think we are racing again. Yeah, and we are back racing. Akash stays in P3. There's a close battle between the Ferrari of SSJ Assassin and KG, but KG is bolting off into the distance, probably using all of his ERS.
He's
Speaking
just
about
planning.
ERS, okay, Ripe has retired.
Ripe has retired in the Askari chicane on the exit. So Askari chicane claiming another victim. Eric Griffin and Alpha Bot going side by side. Alpha Bot trying to get as much of the slipstream and as much of his ERS that he can use, just enough to make the move done. We can see Eric Griffin losing a front wing as they come into turn 1, both giving each other enough space. Bit more parking on the apex by Eric Griffin, and Alpha Bot getting caught off there by that movement from Eric Griffin. Still really close on the tail of Eric Griffin. I am not sure if you should send it there. Yes, decides to back out and decides to get a much better exit here, and he can make the move, but Eric Griffin blocks the right side. I'm not sure whether he anticipated him, that Alpha Bot will go for the right side since he botched his exit, but he was able to block him completely there.
That was a late move from Eric Griffin, saying about that, and he is kind of leaving probably.
Yeah,
that
I
he
would
shouldn't be
also-
doing that. I would suggest you against that, considering that you already are losing a wing, and we see a collision between Stevenson and
Ink.
the Alpha of Ink. Yeah.
Somehow
Hopefully-
they did not die in Askari chicane. I'm not sure how, but Alpha Bot does finally make a move on Eric Griffin, and he will be really grateful for the same. We have Akash who is making a move on SSJ Assassin. SSJ Assassin coming back, cutting the full first chicane to keep the try and keep the lead, but Akash just giving him enough space, but taking the lead, taking P2 from SSJ Assassin, and now he is on the hunt for P1. We have right now Alpha Bot and Ink trying to battle it out on the exit of the first chicane. It's a 3-car battle. We have even Stevenson joining this battle there behind. Stevenson going side by side with Ink. A lot of space given by both the drivers. A bit too much, I would say. But ahead we see again Alpha Bot trying to get past Eric Griffin. We have yellow flag in sector 2. I'm not sure for what. Ink has left the session, so that will be a bad omen for him right there. He was doing really well.
Yes, as we see, Eric Griffin probably made his way through AlphaBot again before after the DRS straight, and AlphaBot is going all over the places apart from the track, and loses a lot of time. We see the ghosted car of Ink overtaking AlphaBot. Probably Ink can join back, and Stevenson
He's trying to
seems quite easy today. Okay, there's some wheel banging, and okay, but these guys are still alive. Okay, and
up
okay, SSJ, Assassin, and KG are going side by side.
Honestly, I
But
feel that Akash was trying to make a move, but then some incident happened as we switch on port back to this battle where Stevenson completely tried a dive bomb but failed massively on the exit and is also getting preyed by Vinay behind him because of his botched exit. He will have to now try make two moves. Vinay, he's trying to scare off Vinay, by just looking for a peek down on the inside, but Vinay is not gonna give it away that easily.
In the meanwhile, there was a notification where Charitra receiving 5 seconds of penalty for a severe collision with Rocker, and Rocker is down at the bottom of the field. So that is not a quite like you do not often see that, but yes, that is an instance. Probably Rocker on those mediums not working it out as we see
Stevenson,
okay.
and there's the tire gone, and
Yep.
that's a retirement for him. I thought he kept his tire, he was even throttling, but then suddenly his
Yes.
tire went off, and we have a safety car. This will
car.
play very well in hand of Akash because he has left the session. He has got some time to come back into this session and try getting back the P1 that he was at. But right now, because of him disconnecting, he has already lost a lot of positions up ahead. All the soft runners pitting in. Let's see what tires they go on. Hard will be the ideal tire, but if I was in their position, I would have gone out for either a medium or maybe a soft and then a medium, because I am expecting another safety car coming out and that will help preserve my tire. I'm pretty sure mediums can do more than like say 14 or 15 laps around these tracks, so I would have definitely opted for those tires.
Absolutely. So, considering this is a 27 lap race, I think softs last for 10, 12 laps?
Yeah,
I
12
think 12
laps.
laps is the optimum life of the soft tires.
Yes.
And right now they need to do 22 laps. So, mediums will be quite a stretch, I would say. Hards would be much more comfortable. You won't have the pace, outright pace at the start, but if we do not see another safety car, so medium run, the hard runners will probably make up much more positions. As we see KG diving down into the pits, Akash has joined, and his AI decided to pit. That is interesting. Or was it Akash?
I think it might be Akash himself, but nevertheless, all the top runners missed the pit when the safety car actually came out, because it came out when they were crossing the pit line. So they are pitting now, and that would help all the people who pitted right before to come and close the gap on these top runners. We see Kuber Abi, who has not yet pitted.
Yeah, and Akash has went down for soft tires.
See, all the top 3 runners who were okay.
Okay, we see
Lobby.
migrating host.
Yeah, couple has left the session, and maybe
Hopefully
so has the game left the session. Is it so? Let's just see.
Yeah. We were just saying that this will be completed in an hour and a half, and right now, okay, Stevenson has left the session.
Yeah,
No, actually,
he
yeah, he had already retired, so it's okay.
Akash disqualified from session.
Parked in a dangerous location.
Where was he parked?
I can't see him on the track.
I think he is right
That
behind
is
the Red Bull. No, that's Pina. Where is Akash then? I have
What
no
just
idea.
happened right there? This is weird, absolutely weird, I must say. And the field is spread out completely.
I think we should
Okay.
restart the session. I'm not sure if we should or we should not, but my guts is telling that we should. We might see a lot of more bugs coming our way.
Probably, hopefully.
Since it's
I
only
am-
6 laps,
Yeah, 6
Yeah.
laps. Yeah, it's like 6 minutes of racing.
Yeah,
Probably
so-
7 minutes of racing. They can be getting up to speed again with a fresh lobby, probably. As we see as Deadpool losing it out of the Ascari chicane.
Sandy
Behind the
lost,
safety car.
and he lost a lot of positions as well in that because
Yes.
of that.
So the call on a lobby restart, that would probably depend on the coordinator, which we are lacking one right now. Kapil has joined the lobby yet again, but I think that the host is already migrated to a new host right now. So I don't think Kapil will have the controls or the power of being the host.
Yes, he won't be having that.
Mhm.
I am just having a chat with Kapil if he is observing any bugs in the lobby, but it seems like it seems all good. But if there is any bug, we will definitely restart the session.
Yes. But right now, Kubarabi decided to stay out on those 6-lap old softs, and KG is right behind him on a fresh pair of hards.
So as I was talking, all the top 3 people kind of went with different strategy and could have turned out exciting, like the provisional top 3, KG, SSJ Assassin and Akash, but Akash decided to disqualify for some reason. I am not sure how he disqualified, but still we have a different strategy from KG and SSJ Assassin, the top 2, provisional top 2 runners. But Soham Day has climbed up the field and is in P4 right now. Rooker also has climbed up the field and is in P5 right now. So all Rooker has to do. Can you remind me the point difference between Soham Day and Rooker?
It is 24 points. I think
No, that's
E-Rock is...
that's the difference between
sorry,
E-Rock and
between
Soham
E-Rock.
Day.
Yeah. Difference between these guys are 20 points. Rocker is at 120 and Soham is at 133. So 13 points.
13 points.
Yes,
So
yes.
somehow Rooker has to beat. There is some overtaking going on up ahead.
Ink
Oh.
is still disconnected, so maybe.
That might be the game who would have taken back the position, but it's all fine. Pina knows that he can get that position back.
Yep.
But it seems
Right now, yeah. Rocker on those medium tires. Didn't we see Rocker right back at the bottom of the field?
Yes, we did see him right back at the bottom of the field, but right now it seems like since he did not pit under the safety car, he has gained the track position and is running P5 on those mediums. If he does not have damage, that's pretty smart choice, because we all know that there might be a possibility for another safety car, and you don't need to change your tire if there is still life left in them, and the Rooker definitely has life left in those tires. And the more safety car goes on, the more tire he has left for the rest of the race.
Absolutely. So right now, yeah, safety car is in this lap. Kubarabi will be taking the job of restarting the entire grid. Everyone will be trying to get as much as temperature into the tires for the... While in the meanwhile, AlphaBot manages to get himself a 5-second penalty for collision with Benar.
Not sure how these people still managing to do that after so many warnings about
yes.
keeping
All
space.
those briefings.
Yes.
Safety car. Okay, Kubarabi is right behind the safety car. He isn't waiting. Okay, safety car goes into the pits. Kubarabi takes it to the line.
He is
Yes,
still
he
slow.
takes
He
it
is
to the
still
line.
slow. And now he
Yeah.
goes off. He takes it to the line. KG SSJ Assassin watching his exit start of the safety car. We see wings flying up ahead. I'm not sure why, but We have a lot of traffic jam into turn 1. I was in the wrong camera mode all this while. We have a lot of cars going side by side. We have the car of Peenan who has retired on the exit again. One more car retiring there. I'm not sure what happened with him as well. But that's a race over for him. Right now we have Deadpool trying to chase down on Soham Day. Let's see what he can do with that. But we have a lot of yellow flags. We see a Mercedes
Spun car of
Vinay.
It's a spun car Vinay, yeah. So this is not turning out to be the race they wanted, as we see. Okay, Deadpool taking a weird line, loses his wing.
Yeah, I'm not
Down
sure.
the DRS state, that is absolutely weird.
I'm
but
not
okay.
sure why he decided to donate his wings. Maybe it might be just to impress the Monza gods, to let him live or something, some kind of ritual that he is performing. But Soham Day got some breathing space, and now Soham Day can try hunting Ink, who is still disconnected from the session, but Soham Day is on the hard tires. Up ahead we see KG closing in the gap to Kubarabi, who is still on the old hard tires, goes side by side into turn 1, who will brake late, and it is KG who has broken late and is ahead of Kubarabi. Kubarabi does not seem to have the tire right now. Behind as well we see SHJ Assassin trying to come in this mix of battle going on. He's using all his ERS. 3 wide here is not a good idea. KG not using his ERS and letting these folks fight it out as they go into the second chicane. KG gets a much better exit, it seems like, from that chicane, but no, he did get blocked by that move done there, right there. But we have sector 1 yellow flag. We have another Vinay spun out on the long right hander. I'm not sure how he managed to do that. But up ahead we see SHJ Assassin depleting all the ERS he has, trying to get ahead of Kubarabi, both going side by side into Ashkari, and SHJ Assassin gets the move done. Behind, it seems like Kubarabi was caught all off shape from all this action, and KG is trying to attack him. I'm pretty sure KG is just sitting there patiently waiting for all these kids to deplete their ERS, and then he will come like a grown man and overtake these people.
Absolutely, that is some spicy racing between the top 3 right now. And as we see, the top 3 is staying close together. In the meanwhile, do not forget, Alphabot is also just 7/10 behind KG. And that is Eric Griffin overtaking Soham Day, making it quite easy considering he's on the softs and Soham Day is on the hards. And yeah, so there are a couple more overtakes happening behind Rocker. Charitra losing it out of the chicane, the first chicane, and a couple of guys overtaking him right there. Why? Okay, he decides.
Half-hearted move.
That was a very undecisive.
Yeah, I'm not sure why these
Charitra.
people go for half-hearted moves. Just commit for it, my dudes. If you are looking for the dive, just commit for it, or else just back out. But most importantly, Soham Day has a wing damage, is what I noticed when we were on board with him and Eric Griffin's overtake, and that will cost him the race since he is on the hard tires as well.
Yes. In the meanwhile, SSJ Assassin has sprinted off. He has created a 1.8 second gap between him and Kubarabi. In the meanwhile, KJ is finding it quite difficult to overtake Kubarabi, considering Kubarabi's tire life will be right at the end of it. There is some wheel banging between Charitra and Neon or Rocker.
I think it was Rooker and Charitra, but coming back to the battle on the top, KG goes for a move down the inside on Kubarabi. Alphabot still holding back behind as well. We see Charitra getting a move on Neon, but Neon gets a much better exit with those hard tires somehow and is going side by side with him, both on keyboard. Might not end as expected, especially on that corner, but somehow they maintain. They managed to not do any contact. Neon cutting the full chicane there, I'm not sure why, but Rooker getting again a much better exit compared to Neon. Rooker is just trying to keep it clean. I'm not sure if he has wing damage or not. Does not seem like it. He is trying to he is able to keep his car on the track.
Yeah,
not
Rocket
struggling.
does not have any wing damage, but I think he's just trying to keep it clean.
As
Neon
he
not
thought
leaving
for a
enough
move,
space.
but why would he break
Breaks
that
way too early.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was way too early for Rocket to break down.
If you are
Uh,
scared,
but-
you can just lift off the throttle, my dude. You don't need to brake so much. You don't need to go that close to a car for making a move. Just decide where you want to go before itself, Rocker. What are you doing? That's not how you do it. As we see Kubarabi jump into the pits to do his to change his tires from softs to mediums, which he will think of continuing till the end of the race, hopefully without any safety cars coming out.
Yeah, so as it stays, SSJ Assassin with a 6-lap old mediums has to do another 14 laps. So that would be like 20 laps, and Ink has joined the session. So welcome back, Ink. You are in P9 with 7-lap old softs. You'll need to think of your strategy right there. Anyways, it is pretty much KG just has to maintain his tires, or even go all out, considering hard tires will last for the rest of his race. SSJ Assassin not so much. He'll have to conserve his tires and maybe think about of the long run.
Right now, Soham Day is having a wing damage, and Charitra is trying to make a move on Soham Day. Pushes him a bit more wide, maybe, not sure, but gets the move done and moves up to P5. Soham Day still struggling with his broken wing, and he might look into pitting, because the more time he is out on those tires, the more he is losing.
Yeah, so MD has that wing damage, which is costing him his race right now, and probably his championship title. If he wants to win it, he has to magically be up top of everyone else here. But right now, it doesn't seem the case, and SSJ Assassin seems pretty comfortable on those fairly fresh mediums. And yeah, so right now, Rocker is caught behind Neon's diffuser. This time around, I think he is saving up his ERS. Should be deploying it at the DRS rates.
Honestly, he should have deployed in the last lap, because now Neon will get a DRS from his teammate ahead. I genuinely want to know what is going in the Alfa Romeo VC right now, because it seems like Neon and Someday, both Alfa Romeos, are up ahead of Rocker. Not sure what the team orders will be here. We will soon have a look at the same. But up ahead, it seems like Eric Griffin has somehow downloaded some pace in his car and is closing up to Alpha Bot. It seems like Alpha Bot lost his car somewhere and is dropping massively.
Yeah, Kubarabi after his pit stop will be trying to battle it. Okay, that is Eric Griffin just zooming past Alpha Bot. Those softs are definitely working up, and the hard tires of Alpha Bot isn't really helping him out there. With that, we see Neon overtaking his teammate. No team orders here, considering Soham Day is carrying that wing
damage,
damage.
Yes, Rocker is still holding back behind this. Mostly Rocker might also get Soham Day. If Soham Day retires, it might be a big hit on his P2 on the driver championship. So Soham Day will have to drive really carefully for the rest of his stint if he is planning to keep it on the track.
Yeah. Also, one more thing is the Renault boys stand. The Renault as a constructor was on top of the field before this race, but right now both the Renaults have retired, and P2 is Alfa Romeo boys. So
what is
if
the difference between the points of Renault and Alfa?
It's 43 points.
Okay, 43
I'm
points.
sorry. It's 33 points. So if Neon and Soham manages to get some good points here, so Renault will lose that WCC right there as well. But right now it's pretty safe. It will be close but safe.
Yeah, 33 points seems like a bit far-fetched, but we saw Rooker do a big mistake onto a Scurry mounting the curb, and now he got overtaken by Ink, but he is getting back the position from Ink and thinking of another chase for the Alpha boys up ahead of him.
Yeah, and Rocker is yet to make his pit stop. He has started on his medium tires, and his medium tires pretty healthy right now. Probably at the end of his life, but right now he isn't losing much space. But considering the race as a whole, he should have overtaken Neon when he had the chance, and he is kind of bulking up on his ERS.
We
And
see
as
Neon make a
Neon-
mistake ahead, and
Yes.
that has made him to lose 3 positions. He drifted wide on the Lesmos 1, and Rooker got the position done, got the DRS as well to defend from Ink. Ink will have to wait for another turn to try make a move on Rooker. Ink trying some bump drafting behind Rooker right there, but I think Rooker has way more ERS than expected. Eric Griffin getting a 5-second penalty through while entering into
Speeding
the
in the
pits.
pit lane, yeah. His soft stint hasn't done pretty, like whatever he did during his soft stint
As
will
Ink-
be undoing itself as we see Ink overtaking Rocker, yeah.
again, so this battle seems like it will go till the end, but yeah, we all know that it will come to an end as soon as Rocker dives into the pits to go for the soft run for his second stint. But we will have to see. He will look really sporty as well once he put on those softs towards the end. We have Charitra getting all out of shape on the exit of the first chicane. Vinay trying to chase him down to get into the points. Right now he is P11. So let's see what he is. He is going for some really optimistic stuff. I literally lost my words by seeing what he was trying to go for there. You do not do those here, man. We don't do that here. Ink is getting close to Soham Day again. Soham Day is struggling with his broken wing, but somehow Soham Day has managed to keep it on track, and he has been rewarded for the same by staying in P4 right now. We all know that Soham Day doesn't need to pit, but Ink does need to. Ink gets a 5-second penalty, not helping his cause. In Monza, you brake a bit earlier than you think you should brake, because 5 seconds is something no one wants. But up ahead, it seems like SSJ Assassin has created enough gap from KG. But again, it's the medium tires that he is on, and we have no idea when his medium tires might fall off. Is his tire wear telemetry on?
No, it's off for both of these guys, so we'll be running with an bit. Probably.
So we won't know what exactly is going down with these people tire wear, but I don't see any graining as such on the tire by just looking at it. So definitely it will be around maybe 40% worst case, around that region, 40 to 50% at this point of the race, and he should be able to go for more 7-8 laps without any issue as such, tire puncture issues, that is. So we'll see what he can do. He has 8 laps to do more, and he has to conserve his tires for that whole period. He does have a comfortable 4-second gap from KG right now, but we'll see what happens as the race progresses. Right now the field is spaced out, and we can take a bit of a break. Rooker decides to go into the pits right now for changing on to the softs. We will see a lot of overtakes from Rooker as he puts on the softs, if he is wise enough to decide where to make the overtakes stick.
Yes, with those pair of fresh softs, Rocker should be quite pacey unless he decides to drive into someone's diffuser, as we saw him doing that earlier. But yeah, so he is down in P10. He had been running on those mediums for far too long. 18 laps. He, considering Rocker was on, is driving Is he on the wheel or on the keyboard? I think he was on the keyboard before.
Roker, you mean?
Yeah,
I think
Rocker was.
he
Yeah,
is
he
on
was on the
a
keyboard before.
controller.
I think.
No, he
Oh.
is still on a wheel. No, it seems like on a controller. Yeah, that's a controller.
Okay. So yeah, so that looks like a controller, and he is down in P10, but he has to make up quite some places right now. He is four seconds adrift of Ink, who is another 4 seconds adrift of Charitra. So the field is absolutely spaced out right now, and we can just hope SSJ Assassin manages to nurse his tires for the next 7 laps.
It seems
And,
like Rooker is taking very cautiously on the fresh softs. Man, you have the most grip on this world. Just send it in all corners. Or maybe he might be unused to this amount of grip, and he might take a couple of laps to get used to it. But up ahead, it seems like Eric Griffin is trying to make a battle between him and Kuberabi ahead of him with 2 laps fresher tires that he has put on his car. So he is gaining a bit. You know, Eric Griffin has improved a lot from his past races, is what I have to definitely say. Like, considering when he joined our league, he was not that quick, but just looking at him progress so much makes me feel that there is hope, for everyone to be fast, no matter how slow you start.
I absolutely agree to what you just said, and
Ignore
the
that.
feed just gone black for me.
Yeah, ignore that.
Yeah,
I
okay.
just all tapped to check something. I'm just trying to push my bitrate onto the limit and see where my frames start dropping, since we do not have a close battle going on. I'm just trying to take a chill pill.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
And as we were saying, it's not just Eric Griffin. The entire grid has matured up. You can see, and as we see, Kuberabi just pitted.
I'm not
That
sure
is weird.
why. Does he have wing damage? Let's go on board with him and see.
Yeah, he does have wing damage.
That's the reason
So-
why he was that slow. So he pits in for the fresh set of salt. And very sorry about that. We will be back again with the stream. My PC just died off, and I should be starting the game as soon as possible. We'll get back into the action. Hopefully we just missed 1 or 2 laps and nothing major happened into the race. That's the hope. Let's see what it is. We should be back with the game in just a second. I am joining the lobby right now.
Okay, so I thought that I had an internet issue there. I tried to restart my entire router, but it was the entire lobby. So yeah, sorry for apologies for that technical glitch. We'll be soon up and running. We'll still have 7 laps, at least 6 laps to go.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think messing up with those bit rates was a bit too much, probably.
My PC just decided to die off, so I don't know what happened there, but yeah, something happened.
In the meanwhile, the last we saw, Kuberabi was pitting for the softs. He had some wing damage, and Kuberabi has the pace. So we should be witnessing some overtakes.
Yes, so we
As
are.
we see. Yeah, we are back up and running. Kuberabi
Yes.
stays in P11. There, we are waiting for the intervals to pop up. In the meanwhile, SSJ Assassin still in P1, KG P2, and Alphabot P3. Soham Day with that broken wing still managing to stick in P4. That is quite impressive, I must say.
I'm not sure why
Rocker-
there is no game audio for that reason. Is it that I have to pause and unpause? Yeah, there's the game audio that has come back. So, anyways, as you were telling, the field seems to be at the same place where we left them to be. So, nothing major happened except I see Rooker made a position. I'm not sure about that as well.
No, Rocker was in P10, then Kuberabi pitted, so he moved up a place. So
I see
Rocker is kind of
I see SSJ Assassin pitting, so I think he could not take those tires till the end. Is it that? I'm not sure. He could have gone for the risk and, tried going for 2 more laps. I don't think.
Actually, yeah. So the risk versus reward ratio was quite leaning towards the reward, but SSJ was like, okay,
He will come out still side by side with Rooker, ahead of Rooker, so he just lost 1 position. I think it was a calculated pit stop. He knew that he would come ahead of him, and he will have the tire. He might not be able to go for P1, but definitely P2 is in his grasp right now.
yes. If we can go on board with the tire strategies, we can see that yeah, so 19 lap old with the 19 lap old Neon. I am so sorry about that. 19 lap old hard tires on Neon's car might be running into his last stages, but 2 more laps should be easier for him. This is the closest battle we have right now. Eric Griffin hot on his tail.
We
You
have.
gotta be zooming fast, Vinay.
He just had the grip to just zoom past. Anyways, it seems like Neon is doing a really good job to defend. As I said that, he cannot no more do a good job because he does not have anything left to defend. And Eric Griffin moves up 1 position, cuts the chicane massively. Mostly would have same.
Yeah. Since we just have 1.5 laps left to go, we can go on. Yeah, penalty situation. Exactly. You read my mind there. You read my mind there.
So
Yeah,
looking at the penalties, it seemed like KG will comfortably take P1 as it stands. SSJ Assassin will also take P2 as it stands. Alpha Bot
Yeah.
will also take P3 as it stands.
You know?
Someday will also take P4 as it stands. Only person who will lose out a lot will be Eric Griffin, since he has 11 seconds penalty right now. So around 5
Yeah.
seconds he has to clear from Neon, and that's how he can ensure to be in this position.
Now I know why SSJS hasn't pitted, because he had already 9 seconds of penalty and KG was like 3 or 4 seconds behind him. So he knew he'll be losing P2. So he didn't wanted to risk getting a puncture probably by the end of the race. So
Yes.
he just pitted.
Just
Yep.
bear with me for 1 second because I forgot to turn on telemetry and we won't get the result. If that happens, people will be mad. So I need to do that before the race gets over. So I think it's in the last lap right now, and we should be having a look at it. Yes, we are done. Coming back. Yes, it seems like Eric Griffin is now on a chase to Soham Day as well. Why did it all tab on its own? I'm not sure, but nevertheless, we are back. Soham Day struggling with his broken wing, but somehow he has managed to come till this far in the race. But Eric Griffin overtakes Soham Day and moves up to P4. If only he did not have those penalties. He had a brilliant race today. But right now, as it stands, he might go to P5 again because of his penalty situation. Leaders are on their final lap right now. KG is in the third sector, currently clear of almost anyone on the grid, as Eric Griffin having more Aji-Baji moment, and Someday gets the position from Eric Griffin in the last lap. Won't be happy, won't be happy.
Yeah, he had easily secured his position in P4
As
Soham David is broken. Yeah, so KG crosses the wing. I see some debris on the on the pitch straight for some reason.
that might be
But
because
yeah,
of me
so-
leaving and rejoining. SSJ Assassin crosses the line, sets the fastest lap for that matter in P2. Will get that extra 1 point in the last. In his last lap, Alphabot crosses the line. P3, P4 and P5 are still battling it out. Eric Griffin trying to make his way past, but Eric Griffin knows it way well, and even Soham Day does that. He has more penalties, and Soham Day moves up P4. Eric Griffin P5, now P6, now P7. So Eric Griffin P8. I am not sure how many penalties this man had. He lost a lot of positions there, went all the way from probably P4 to P8, and Rooker made all the way from probably P8 to P4. So a great progress by Rooker and a great demotion by Eric Griffin there.
Great demotion. Not exactly the choice of words I'll be using, but okay.
Pardon my words, but last person to cross the line will be Deadpool. Carry on.
Yeah, so with that, we are at the end of season 3. I'm confused there, but this is the end of the season for Tier 3.
So this is
for Tier
the-
3 boys.
So
Yeah.
this is the season 5. So we are at the end of season 5 for our Tier 3 boys. The last race definitely being a banger of the race. Unfortunately, Soham Day was not able to get the WDC. So the WDC still hands off to E-Rock after his brilliant drive slash performance throughout the season. I think even Rocker was not able to get the position from get the drivers championship position from Soham Day, as Soham Day just finished P6, just 2 positions below him. But that's the final grade for you today. KG, SSJ Assassin, Alphabot, Rocker, Neon, Soham Day, Charitra, Eric Griffin, and Ink rounding and Kubarabi rounding up our top 10. P11, Vinay, Deadpool, Penan, Akash, and Stevenson. So we had 5 DNFs today. Unfortunate ones were Penan, Akash getting a DSQ, Stevenson and Ripe, and Abhi as well getting a DNF into the first lap itself. So lot of unfortunate incidents as well, but that's it for our race, as we will get the podium finishers into the commentary box for a small interview with them for the race. While we wait for that, thoughts from you about the race, Joe? Sorry, Crazy Joe.
Yeah.
I
That is quite the issue. Even 8 cylinders were struggling with my name yesterday, but okay, I'll give that. Yeah, the race Tier 3 never forgets to deliver. It is it was an amazing race. I have some questions to ask to SSJ Assassin considering his pit stop, but yeah, right now we have KG and Alphabot in the chat room, in the commentary box, I must say. So I'll start with let me just start with KG there. KG, congratulations on that on the race win. Did you expect a win today, considering how bunched up the grid was, and even Akash was setting it up? Like, the pace was amazing in the qualifying, but he couldn't deliver it in the race. And you took the most opportunity and managed to come in P1. So, what are your thoughts about the race today? KG?
I think KG is the one who types.
Yes, KG is the one. Okay, KG, then you can literally message me anywhere.
He is typing in Tier 3 chat if I am not wrong right now, but yeah, we will soon.
Yes, I see him typing. Yes.
Yes.
In the meanwhile, why don't you take over, Dipanshu? We have the other 2 winners here.
Yes, so talking to Alphabot finishing P3, congratulations on your P3 finish today, Alphabot. But just take us through your race, like you were, running really close to the top 2, but somehow you fell back. Did you do mistake, or were you just off the pace compared to the top 2 people?
Yeah, so lap one, it went really smooth. Thankfully, I didn't get much. I got a slight damage, but it was not too much. Then lap four, when the safety cup came out, I directly went into the pits. I was right on the pit exit, and I didn't even think about it twice. I just went inside, and it came out to be the good call. And then, after coming out, I was running. I think I was running P2 or P3. When Kubarabi, because he was on, I think, 11 lap old soft, he was really slow. I just smacked him and I drove 17 laps of the race with a red wing.
Ah, okay. So that explains the whole
Yeah.
deal. But nevertheless, a
Yeah.
brilliant performance from you. This is your second podium, if I'm not wrong, in this season.
Yeah.
The last one was in China, P1, if I'm not wrong, and here P3. Nevertheless, a good point finish by you, Alphabot, a brilliant drive from you. Crazy Joe, I will let you take over SSJ Assassin since you had some questions to ask him. Spoiler alert, he got a puncture, so.
Oh, okay. That was what I was about to ask SSJ Assassin there. Why did you pit before the end? Like there was just 2 laps to go. So did you really get puncture there, SSJ?
Is he
Is
also one of the typing boys? I'm not sure.
I am not sure. I'm not sure about that.
He is speaking, but we can't hear him.
In the meanwhile, KG has replied to my question of how he felt about the entire race. He says he was actually expecting Akash to win, and the hard tires was really hard for him to control. But overall, it was a nice race for him, and he was glad that he didn't get a punt from the back on tier 1 on the turn 1. So he is quite happy with his win. Yeah, congratulations to you there, KG. If SSJ Assassin, we
I,
can't hear you guys. Yeah, if you can just type it out for us. No worries.
yeah, we are still not able to hear you. We do see the green blob plopping on your name in Discord, but
Yeah,
we cannot hear anything coming out of your microphone right now. So
yeah. So what about in general, Dipanshu? So the tier 3 season comes to an end right now. What do you think? Like, who was the driver who impressed you the most from the entire grid,
I
this season?
cannot pinpoint. That's a very, very weird question because there were a lot of drivers who improved. Like literally everyone improved, if I must say. Like from when they started racing for us in tier 3 to one when we see them right now, everyone has come up a step. Be it SSJ Assassin, be it Alphabot, be it KG, be it anyone, be it Eric Griffin, anyone on the grid whom we saw today, everyone has definitely improved from when they joined the tier 3 during the beginning of this season. But a very eventful season, and was really happy to be of some assistant to these guys, be there, have some kind of pre-race driver briefing so that we could improve on the race craft of these guys, as well as race itself. Small incidents that could be avoided by just giving them a small tip or something, and it all kind of moved up a bit. So I am really happy with the performance of all the tier 3 boys, and hopefully we'll see a lot of them in tier 2 for the next season as well. We might be scheduling a donut session as well, not today, but all the drivers and the constructor champions will be notified for the same, and we will have a special session to just bring a closure to this season from all the 3 tiers themselves. So we will have that session, and hopefully everyone will join us in celebrating their victory as well. So coming back to SSJ Assassin, he has replied to your question. So he says that it was not a I was okay. I am not sure whether he is impressed by the strategy with the choice of language or not, but I think he is not impressed by the strategy. But he did think that he could go to the end with the mediums, but his tires just died off, so he decided not to risk it since he had a decent gap to Alphabot. So he decided to pit, and he at least got the fastest lap towards the end of the race. So that is pretty much what we were also telling when we were watching you on the stream, and it was very much unfortunate, he says, with Akash, who was, according to him, the fastest driver on the grid today. But he is really unfortunate that he got DSQ'd. We still don't know how he got DSQ, but he does hope that Akash does well in Tier 2 or Tier 1, whatever he gets, if he progresses from Tier 3. And he does say congratulations to all the podium finishers. So that's a good message from SSJ Assassin. Unfortunately, we still can't hear him, but nevertheless, a brilliant race we got to watch today, and a brilliant closer race for our Tier 3 boys and Season 5 on F1 2020. So we will be back with Tier 2 final round at the same track Monza today night after the real life GP. But till then, a brilliant journey it has been with the Tier 3 boys, especially between the coordinators and the Tier 3 boys. So really impressed by them, and hopefully we'll be back with some more seasons of F1 2020 or even F1 2021, as the game is not more than a month away from launch. So we will be back with another season, and we will be back on the track. Meanwhile, we will definitely be having a lot of fun social races in the middle, which will also be streamed. So do stay tuned into IRC. We do not just die off in middle of season. We do have events even in the middle to keep the community engaged. But that's it from me, from Crazy Joe. If you liked what you see, do like the video, do press on subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, and do press the notification bell icon to get notified whenever we go live with any of our leagues, be it F1, be it ACC, be it AC, be it Xbox F1. So all of that is streamed on our YouTube. So do remember to press on the notification bell to get notified for the same. But for now, that's it from my side and Crazy Joe. Thank you for joining in, and we will see you today night with our Tier 2 stream. And thank you for watching, and